Hey folks, welcome back to Sci-Fi for Everyone, the channel where we prove that sci-fi isn't just spaceships and technobabble. Although, yes, this week it is literally about spaceships and technobabble. Because today we're talking about Thin Air by Richard Morgan. Do you love noir detectives? Do you love Mars? Do you love morally ambiguous violence, corporate dystopias, and protagonists with names that sound like they come with a license to kill? Congratulations, you're about to fall headfirst into Morgan's bloody, dusty, cyberpunk-flavored Martian fever dream. Hackenvale, yes, that's his real name, you may not laugh, is an ex-overrider, basically a genetically modified ex-special forces soldier with the people skills of a feral cat and the moral compass of a malfunctioning Roomba. He's stuck on Mars, permanently exiled from Earth after being designed to be too good at violence for polite society. Val gets sucked into a missing persons case that snowballs into a conspiracy involving corrupt corporations, sleazy Earth bureaucrats, Martian independence fighters, and about 75 shades of moral grey. You want intrigue? You want action? You want someone to punch a drone out of the sky with their bare hands? This book says, yes, you can have it all. So, why does it work? Let's be real. Richard Morgan doesn't write books as much as weaponize them. Thin Air comes at you with brutal pacing, gritty prose, and a narrator who could outsnarl Batman on a bad day. If Cyberpunk had a baby with a Western and raised it on a bar on Cydonia, you'd get this book. It's got heavy firepower, both literal and metaphorical. Blade Runner levels of corruption, terraforming politics so complicated you might need a drink, and a grimy, gritty, not so friendly Mars setting that makes the favelas of Rio de Janeiro look like paradise. It's not the sleek, hopeful Mars of The Martian. This one smells like iron, dust, and broken dreams. Cards on the table, it's not perfect. The plot sometimes meanders like it's forgot where it parked the rover. And if you're hoping for emotional vulnerability from the main character, well, let's just say Hack and Valve treats feelings like open windows in a decompression chamber. He slams them shut. Also, there's a lot of swearing. Like, if you made a drinking game out of it, you'd be dead by chapter 4. But if you can handle the grit, the reward is a bold, adrenaline fueled, brainy ride with real world echoes. Think privatized military, corporate colonialism, and the question of what makes someone human when their DNA has been rewritten like bad code. Let's talk about the author for a minute. Richard Morgan, who also publishes as Richard K. Morgan, is an English author, probably best known for Altered Carbon, which was published way back in 2002 and made into the Netflix series in 2018. His debut novel was the first of three featuring anti-hero Takeshi Kovacs, the other two being Broken Angels, 2003, and Woken Furies in 2005. All three of these on the bookshelf behind me here. I'll return to reviewing these three in a future episode. His other cyberpunk novels include 13, which was previously published as Black Man in 2007, and of course, Thin Air, published in 2018. In between, he wrote the Land Fit for Heroes fantasy trilogy between 2008 and 2014. His sci-fi works are set in a neon-lit, blood-soaked, cyberpunky multiverse where everyone's angry, nobody's safe, and your existential crisis has a gun. The common thread in all of these is rage. Beautiful, articulate, justified rage. His heroes are broken tools in a broken world trying to do one good thing before the planet or Mars or your soul implodes. Themes of his novels include the commodification of bodies, the corruption of power, the violent residue of war, and why corporations are the devil. If Philip K. Dick and Raymond Chandler had a baby raised by angry robots, it would write like Richard Morgan. This is a very good thing. And if you haven't already figured it out, his bibliography is somewhat sparse. He's not the prolific a novel a year kind of writer. Talking about you, Lee Child. New releases are somewhat few and far between, but oh, so worth waiting for. 2018 is a long time ago, though. So, Richard, if you're watching, we need more, brother. So, final verdict. Thin Air is like a bottle of illegal Martian whiskey, strong, unfiltered, probably smuggled past Earth customs. If you like your sci fi hard boiled, politically charged, and just a little mean, this one's for you. So it's recommended for fans of Altered Carbon, also by Morgan, no surprise there, readers who thought The Expanse wasn't cynical enough, and anyone who wants to feel like they've been punched in the brain in a good way. Sci-fi difficulty rating. Yes, on my 4-tier book difficulty rating, this is a 3. Lost in the library. In gamer terms, let's call it hard mode. You like trying to land a jump jet in a Martian sandstorm while quoting Nietzsche. It's worth it, but wear a helmet. Also, it's a thumping read, and here I'm referring to the sound it makes when you drop it on the table. Over 500 pages, not the type of thing you meander through on a lazy Sunday afternoon. You're going to have to invest a bit of time in it, kind of like building a lightsaber. It takes patience and shaking loose the grey matter, but afterwards you're a total Jedi. Don't be scared to give it a try if you're a sci fi newbie. Treat it like a gritty noir detective novel with an exceptional plot. It has morally ambiguous characters, intrigue, and lots of action. The only difference between this and your regular crime/action thriller is it's set on Mars with some classic sci fi elements woven into the story. You know, the usual things like genetic modification, terraforming, futuristic weapons, a bit of long distance space travel, nothing major. So that's it for this week on Sci-Fi for Everyone. Hit like if you enjoy your dystopias with a side of gunpowder. Subscribe for more reviews that don't require a PhD in quantum physics. And drop me a comment. What's your favorite mean, gritty future noir read? Or do you think Hack and Vale and the Expanse's Amos Burton should get a drink together? See you next time, Earthlings. And remember, don't mess with Martian mercenaries.